It is time for game number 4. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what we get ban-wise. Alright, so what would I... If I was in Eli's position, what would I ban? Our team picks first. I think... Alright, so we have a ban of Meowscarada. Interesting. Okay. And then we have counter ban with Hoopa, and Creeper is going to ban Trevenant. Interesting choice. What's the score? 3-0. Currently in favor of that one team. Alright, and finally Delphox will be the ban. Alright, so Lionheart this means that Lionheart will have to play probably a Defender or Blastoise. No, Lionheart's going to pick Buzzwole. I don't know if Lionheart has ever played Buzzwole before, but this is to be expected when you are given the first pick. When you are given the first pick and it is not banned, you pick Buzzwole. That is how this works when you have no EX Pokemon. Frank's going to pick Slowbro, Tablas is going to lock in Gengar, Blade will pick Sylveon once again, and Bray is going to continue playing Eldegoss until they ban it. Ingle is now going to pick Mamoswine as Sceptile picks Leafeon. Alright, so I'm liking the double Defender, double Speedster. Will they have a support this time? Maybe. This time we have Eli on a Blastoise, and Creeper is hovering over Pikachu? And Creeper is going to lock in Zeraora, and is this a Sableye moment? Are we having a Sableye moment? Are we about to have a certified Sableye moment? Redluck Fox hovering Sableye. And there it is! Actually picked Sableye! Huge! Sableye moment! Alright, and we have a Pokemon switch. Lionheart is going to switch with Eli. Eli will be on Buzzwole, and Lionheart will be back on Blastoise. There it is. They did it. They have successfully figured out that you can just first pick Buzzwole and give it to a teammate using the power of the switch mechanics. Alright. I don't know how the team on the right deals with Buzzwole. I'm going to be honest. These Pokemon either are too squishy to deal with Buzzwole, or Buzzwole just takes advantage of the fact that they don't do enough damage, and Buzzwole will surely just win, right? I feel like the bottom team is not prepared for what this Buzzwole is cooking. I don't know if the bottom team can smell what the mosquito is cooking. This Buzzwole out here looking like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And it is going to be a rock for the top team. Alright, let's see what we get here. Looks like we have an AFK Zeraora, perhaps. And we are going to follow Squirtle this time. Squirtle, being a defender, you know, very interesting stuff to watch. Alright. And what are we going to have? Well, it looks like we're going to have an attempted stack from Sceptile SMG, and we are going to successfully get that. Sableye also appears to run in and just score, and they're going to back away at rapid high speeds, which is respectable, honestly. They're going to go back and they're going to take their farm now. Alright, and the middle Bunnelby is going to be taken very quickly, as we are going to now take up the KO on that Bunnelby. And now we have a bit of a moment here. We have a bit of a moment. We don't want to overextend or anything. And Redluck Fox is going to be spotted here, but we're going to still score. And we're going to also get a score from Leafeon. And now they got to run away. Surely they don't stay in and fight this, right? Well, Sableye is going to stay in and unfortunately perish. And now the Altarias have spawned. We have Solar Blade coming out from the Leafeon, though. which is pretty major at this stage of the game. And I missed a double KO as Swineup picks 2 KOs up in the bottom lane. And this is going really well for the team on the right. But here comes Zeraora to contest. And Zeraora is going to pick up a KO on the Haunter. And the other 2 are going to escape. The double defenders in the bottom will be able to get out of there safely. Back up top, we have Sableye just trying to get some farm. Tragically, it's not going to be enough here, as the Sylveon is easily able to scare the Sableye away. Sableye is now going to, back away and just sort of, respect space. As we have Solar Blade coming out from a Leafeon, and unfortunately, we didn't end up picking up any KOs with it. But Sableye is just going to run alongside this and pick up another 5-pointer. And honestly, they're just doing a lot of stacking, it looks like, to me at least. But Hyper Voice not going to be able to pick up the KO on this Leafeon. Alright, we're going to try and Solar Blade this Sylveon, and Sylveon is doing a good job of moving around frequently, so Solar Blade just does not connect, which is very, very important. Alright, let's see what's going on in the bot lane. Buzzwole stacking, it looks like. And we are going to fight that. We're going to fight that, but Buzzwole's got superpower, and they need to kill this thing, and they are going to successfully do so once again. Buzzwole goes just a little too deep, but it's okay. Frank the Wolf in the bushes, he's got to hide. And we also have Zeraora jumping on our Piloswine, and our Piloswine is not going to be able to survive that. He's got to escape. He's got to escape. He's staying alive, but he's just not going to live. The Zeraora does just too much damage here. But Haunter's going to come in and contest this point, but we cannot fight this. We are too squishy. Buzzwole is back, and there are now 4 people in this bot lane. You know what that means, right? They're preparing for this Registeel. And it looks like they're just going to be fought off by the 3 players up top as the Zeraora goes for the solo on the Steel and successfully gets it. And that is going to result in a KO of the Registeel. Big experience gain for the team on the left. Alright, now we have Sceptile trying to fight this Aleki. Unfortunately, going to faint to the Aleki. Hyper Voice is coming out from the Sylveon. We have Confuse Ray. And now Sableye got to run away, but that's just not going to do it, unfortunately. We're going to have some big scoring done, and then we are going to take the Aleki as everyone on the blue team is up top right now. Except for the Buzzwole who's fainting, but that's okay. And Aleki will be defeated here, and yeah, they're just doing very, very well in objective play, and that is what is pretty much making the difference here. Sableye uses the Unite, sends Zeraora back to the goal, back to the promised land of the spawn, and now we're going to try and pick up a KO on this Blastoise, but it's unleashing its Unite move, and then it's surfing, and then it's also going to probably try and KO this Leafeon, but Leafeon's going to be able to escape, come back, and say, nah, here's a Solar Blade, fam. Eat that. Hold on to that. Alright, now we've got to be cautious, however, as, you know, they do have a support and also a Buzzwole here. Sableye is going to try its best to contest this, but this is just going to be a little bit too much for the little guy. And he's trying to grief. Sableye is trying to grief them, but it's just too much. And they are being forced all the way back here. And it was going so well at the start of the game for the team on the right. But then it just all started falling apart when that Reggie was taken. Alright, we've got 4 Pokemon, all trying to defeat this Buzzwole. Will they be able to do so successfully? Slow Beam is used, and even though Slow Beam is used, oh, and the Leafeon comes back with a Solar Blade. This is absolutely huge. This is huge. They are actually fighting them off here as Registeel spawns again, and despite the fact that his whole team is currently fainted, Creeper is still trying to fight this. Buzzwole launches top. Alright, and are we going to be able to get a goal break here? Well, we will see. Sableye is going to faint here. Buzzwole's going back in. And we have yet another Unite move coming out from this Blastoise. And I didn't see it, but it looks like the Leafeon had to back away. And the Mamoswine is going to faint here as well, as this is just too much going on up top. They're going to try and contest this goal again, but I don't know if a Leafeon has enough to defeat all of this here. But oh my gosh, it nearly kills all 3 of them. Sableye is going to finish off the Venusaur, and this is actually going pretty well, and they're able to hold that off with relative ease. Alright, but here comes the Reggie, and we have a Solar Blade coming out on the Zeraora. Zeraora is going to be forced to back up a little bit. Play smart. He's unleashing his Unite move, though, and now he's jumping on the other Pokemon. Leafeon is the only one to escape that alive, as everyone else is going to faint, it looks like. Alright, how will we contest this Eleki? Well, Solar Blade would like to know your location, as it picks up yet another KO, this time on the Zeraora, and now we pick up a KO on the Buzzwole, and Lionheart is going to surf back in, and he has to eject button out. He realized that there were 4 people there, and he had to eject button away. Are they chasing? Are they overextending to chase? It doesn't look like they are. It looks like they're doing a good job not overextending. Sylveon is going to try and Hyper Voice this, and they're going to successfully escape the Sylveon's Hyper Voice-based wrath. It is screaming out here. It's literally screaming externally. All right, let's rotate over to Mamoswine, as Mamoswine's down here fighting a 2v1. Frank the Wolf is going to come in and buy some time for the Swine. And now it's time for some more farming to be done. And the team on the left is actually only about 3 levels total team-wise ahead, which sounds like a lot, but this is a 1-level difference on basically every Pokemon. And it's time for the all-important objective. This is an extremely close game. Only 18 points separating the 2 teams. Alright, we have an attempted Solar Blade there, and everyone has already just fainted. They were all in the same place, and they all just got blasted, and they were prepared. They were not prepared to get blasted, though. Sableye is going to get Hyper Voiced, and Sableye's got to get out of there. And Sableye does successfully get out of there, but I don't know how they're ever preventing this Rayquaza from being taken. And yeah, that's just too much. And they gotta defend here, but there's just too much here. They're all gonna split up evenly. And we're gonna try and get our eject pad bounce onto them, but it's just gonna be too much. And that's 200 already from the Rayquaza. We have Gray running it straight down, trying to get this dunk off. And okay, we're gonna be able to break through the shield here. Here comes Eli, though. Will we be able to break through Buzzwole's shield? Will we be able to break through Buzzwole's shield? Well, it looks like Buzzwole has been able to score the 50 points, so it looks like the answer to that one was no. We were not able to break the Buzzwole shield. Alright, well, we're doing what we can here, but it looks like it's just too little too late. As quite literally 600 points after the Rayquaza were scored. And they're just going to go back, and at this point, all they need to do is defend. And it looks like they are in position to do so. And this is just going to be too much to come back from for the team on the right. And that is yet another Rayquaza game that was decided by the team that was more prepared for the fight. I would like to point out that that one team has won every Rayquaza today.